Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to use your charts and what all of the different features are. First of all, how do you access your charts? Well, there's a couple of ways. First of all, you can go up to the charts function up here and you can open a chart, choose the time frame that you wish to trade from, or you can click create chart here and do it via these options and drop down menus here. Or it could already be displayed on your platform and you just select the asset or the currency that you want to trade, like so, and you choose the time frame like so. That's probably going to be the easiest way for you to do it. Now, a few things to highlight for you up here. You can zoom in and zoom out of your trades over here, of your chart over here. You can zoom in by the mouse, so you can click on this button, and if you have one of the rollers on your mouse you can do it that way. The other things to mention are how you do your drawings. So you click on this one over here and it brings up all of your options round over here. Now, quite simply, you can add an indicator and this brings up all of your indicators over here. You can either search through the list or you can type in the indicator that you want to add to your chart. So let's say you want to add a Bollinger Band. You just type in Bollinger Band, it brings up BB, click OK. It'll bring up a window so that you can change the periods, the features, change the colours if you wish to, etc. And you just press OK and it will put that on your chart for you. So that's where you can find your indicators over here. So let's just demonstrate that again. Let's say we wanted to add RSI, for example. You type it in, it'll search for it for you, you press OK, it'll bring it up. You can modify the settings here. I always like to use a 9 period because it reacts slightly quicker to the price. You can choose your colours, etc. in there, you press OK and it puts your RSI on your chart. Now, once you've got an indicator on there, if you want to remove it, it's really simple to do. All you do is you right click on the indicator and you remove it. Right click on the indicator and remove it, and right click, remove. So that's how you add your indicators. Next you have price overlay. Now this is a nice feature because particularly if you're a currency trader, you may be looking at currency correlation. You may want to be looking at, for example, what the dollar index is doing, because obviously most currencies are traded against the dollar. It can be a good indicator as to what the price may do. So you can select what you want to overlay over here. You can either do it on the current price or you can display it in a separate area below the current price. So let's do that and we just click OK and it will load that up and bring that up onto your chart so you can compare what one price is doing against another, and that's quite a nice feature I think to have. And again, if you want to remove that, you just right click and then remove. Next to show you is channels. You can add channels, and these are trend channels effectively. So you just draw your line and then drag that across and it will add your channel on there. If you want to remove that once you've drawn it, you just right click and remove. Then you've got your Fibonacci's. Now I'm quite a fan of Fibos. Not everybody uses them, but I do like to use them. You can either snap to nearest or do freehand. I always prefer freehand, and you just locate your high to your low in this case, draw your Fibonacci, and then you add the levels you want to add in. So I always have a 23.6 and I always have a 76.4 as well. And once you've added all your levels in, you can choose the thickness of your line, you can choose the color that you want for your Fibonacci. There we go, click OK and it puts your Fibo onto your chart there for you. Again, want to remove it, you just right click and remove. So that's your Fibonacci. Gann, some of you may use Gann. I don't think it's used that much these days. I don't like it, but if you want to, that's where you can find it. Trend lines and support resistance lines, very simple. You just go to add line, freehand or snap to nearest. Again, I prefer freehand, and you just draw your trend line on there. You can change the color over here, change the thickness over here, click OK, and there's your trend line. Again, to remove it, you just right click, remove line. Then you have your horizontal lines, so you just select that, left click, change the color if you need to, click OK, it puts your line in the chart for you. And if you want to get rid of it, you just right click and remove the line. Also in your lines you've got vertical lines, so these are quite useful if maybe you want to have a look at a particular time period and you want to highlight that on your chart. You just click OK there and it puts your horizontal lines on there for you. Again, to remove them, you just right click, remove. Also on here you can add shapes, so maybe if you're wanting to highlight something on your chart, you just click and drag it. You can select the border and the background colors over here, you can select the thickness, etc. Just click OK and that will stick that on your chart for you. This maybe is for when you're doing your analysis and what have you. To remove it, right click and remove. You can add a label, so if you want to make a note on your chart, you just click on there, you just type in whatever you need to type in, and you can change the text color and the background color, and you click OK and it sticks that on your chart for you. Again, quite useful for when you're doing your analysis and what have you. And to remove it, you right click and remove that label. You've got an eraser on here so you can rub anything out that you want to, and if you go to chart elements, this will show you what you've got on your chart and you can remove them from here if you need to. Now you can also modify the colors that you're looking at on your chart. Some people don't like to see these colors, so you can right click, and if you go to options, it brings up this window and you've got chart view options over here. You can change all of these different things. You can change the background colors, so you just click on it and then click on this one and it brings up all of the different colors that you can have. So maybe you want a grey background, then you can change the colors of your candlesticks if you want to. So some people like to view their bullish candlesticks as green. You can click OK and you can change all of the things that you want to on here. There's loads of different options, you can change it all through here. Click OK and it will do that on your chart for you. Now if you like that setup that you've got, you can go to templates and you can save template, and you just type in a name for it and click OK and you can save that template. Now all that you do if you open up a new chart and want to add that template, you just go to templates, you right click on the chart, go to templates, and then you apply the template that you want to and click OK, and that's going to load it up for you. Other things to note, if you right click on there and you go to snapshots, you can save a snapshot, so that will take a picture of your chart effectively. You can also add all of your indicators and what have you by actually right clicking on the chart here and it will bring that up. You can also enter trades by right clicking and going to create market or create entry order. There's one other function on here to show you, which is the alerts and trading automation function, which is really good, and you can actually load pre-saved strategies onto your chart, so it will automatically do the trading for you, and there's a few of them already on there for you. You just double click and you can change the parameters in here, and then you click OK and it will automatically run that strategy for you. The other thing that you can do is you can backtest strategies. So if you've got an idea for a strategy, you can click on the backtest strategy function. It will take a few seconds to load up. It will bring up this separate window. You just choose the strategy you want to backtest. You put in the details of the balance, etc. of your accounts. You choose what currency or asset you want to test that on, and you choose the time period. So this is the last 6 months. You press next, You set all of your parameters in here, so you can change all of these things. You can change the amount that you're trading at, you can change the time frame, etc. And once you're happy with all of that, you just press next. It'll ask you to confirm that, press next again, and then start, and it will scan all of the data and backtest that strategy for you. Once it's scanned all of the data, it'll bring up the results of the strategy, and it tells you a few things. Up here it tells you all of the trades that it took, and over here it tells you your equity. If you go into statistics, it tells you how much money you've made or lost over that period of time. So you can see with this particular strategy, over 6 months we would have made £3,816. So it's fairly decent, and it tells you all of the stats over there. You can then, if you want to, save the project. I'm not going to this time, but you can save the project so that it's all there for you. So broadly speaking, that's how to use the charts. There's a few other functions on there, but that's the main features that you're going to need to be using. In the next video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to modify your trading platform, how to get it all set up looking nice for you, so that when you open up your platform, everything's where you want it to be. You don't need to move things about. All of the colours are set up how you want them to be, and all of these bits and pieces. So that's it from me for now. Thanks for listening. Stay safe in the markets, and I'll speak to you soon.